We will start our next chapter, that is mensuration. In this video we will see introduction and exercise 11.1. Let us start our new chapter, mensuration. Now before starting this chapter we have to remember few points. Now as we already know what is perimeter and area, we already studied in standard 7. So let's start with that only. First, you have to understand what is perimeter. It is the distance around the boundary of any figure. Take for example circles, right from the starting till end, or triangle you can say, or a square, or a rectangle, or a parallelogram, or a trapezium. It's the boundary of any figure. Boundary. Perimeter becomes the sum of all the side of given figure. It is sum of all the side. For a circle, it becomes circumference. For a square, it becomes perimeter. See here, sum of 3 side gives perimeter of triangle. Sum of 4 side give perimeter of a square. Sum of 4 side, that is length plus breadth. Length plus breadth gives perimeter of a rectangle. All the side of a given figure. It is measured using unit. Suppose the length is given in centimeter, millimeter, or meter. It's considered to be its unit. Now the perimeter of a different figure. Now the square, as in square all 4 sides are equal, so we used to multiply the length of one side with the 4, so we used to get the perimeter of a square. Then perimeter of rectangle, in which 2 length and 2 breadth are there. So in such also, see, the 2 length and 2 breadth, the formula says 2 length plus breadth. This is the perimeter of a rectangle. And the perimeter for a triangle, that is sum of length of all 3 sides, means sum of length of all 3 sides give the perimeter of a triangle. Now the perimeter of any regular polygon. So regular polygon means if you say equilateral triangle, or a pentagon, or hexagon, or octagon, any. So how to find the perimeter of such figure? The number of side multiplied by the length of each side. So you have to multiply the number of side, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. If pentagon is there, 5 sides should be there. If octagon is there, 8 sides should be there. If hexagon is there, 6 sides should be there. So number of sides should be multiplied with the length, measure of length. Now the perimeter of a circle is called a circumference, as I told you just now only. The perimeter of a circle is known as circumference. The formula for the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So dear student, if the value of radius is given, the formula will be 2 pi r. If the value of diameter is given, so you have to write pi d. You have to go with pi d formula. Now the perimeter of a semicircle. The semicircle means perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r divided by 2. So you will get pi r. So this is the perimeter of a semicircle in this way or this way. Now dear student, after such let us start our first exercise, that is 11.1. It's a very lengthy chapter. It is a chapter of 40 to 45 pages. So let us start the exercise, which is on page number 171 of your textbook. See, the first question says a square and the rectangular field with a measurement as given in the figure have the same perimeter. Which field has a larger area? Now dear student, here the perimeter of both the figure are same, means perimeter, the side is given, side of a square is given 60 and side of a rectangle is given 80. Here the breadth is not given, but with the help of this perimeter of a square we can easily equalize the value with the rectangle. Now whatever will be the perimeter of a square, it should be a perimeter of a rectangle. So with the help of this hint we can easily find the perimeter of a square, because here breadth is missing, and in square as the length of all sides are equal, so just apply that perimeter of a square of a field, that is 4 into side. So we have to multiply this 60 with 4. The 4 should be multiplied with 60. So we got 240. It is in meter, the meter. So dear student, whatever as it is given in the figure in the question, that both figure have a same perimeter. So through this it is not possible to find a perimeter. So with the help of this hint, we found the perimeter of a square. Whatever the perimeter of a square, that only the perimeter of a rectangle. So we got a perimeter of a square is 240. So that means the perimeter of a rectangle also 240. Now it is very much necessary to find out the value of our breadth. The how to find? Now see, the apply that the perimeter of a rectangular field, that the perimeter of a square field is equals to perimeter of a rectangle. So that means the perimeter of rectangular is 240 only. The formula says the perimeter of rectangle, that is 2l plus b. The perimeter of a rectangle is 240. Length of rectangle, which is given, that is figure number B, length is given 80, 80 right on as it is, and breadth we have to find. 2 will come down, so 240 divided 2 gives 120, so 80 you have to transfer toward the right hand side, so B equals to 120 minus 80 gives 40. So we found the value of a breadth as a 40. Now dear student, we have to find out the area also, and we have to find whose area is larger. The first we have to find out the area of a square, that is side square. There's the side is given, so that is 60, so we have to multiply 60 to 60, so you will get 3600. Now to find out the area of a rectangle, that is length is 80 and breadth we just now only found, that is 40. So write down area of a rectangular field L into B, that is 80 into 40 gives 3200 meters square. Now dear student, from this we found that the area of a square field is larger than the area of a rectangular field. Area of a square field is 3600 meter square and area of a rectangular field is 3200 meter square. Let us start question number 2. Mrs. Kausik has a square plot with the measurement as shown in the figure. Now see, this is a square plot whose measure is also given, that is 25 meter. That is the side of each side of square plot, 25 meter from each side. It is a square, means all sides should be same. Then she want to construct a house in the middle of the plot. See, this is the area where she want to construct a house. The garden is developed around the house. Here this is the area of a garden. Now find the total cost of developing the garden around the house. So we have to find the cost of this developing a garden around the house at a rate of 55 rupees per meter square. Now dear student, what we have to do first, you have to think properly. Now dear student, this is the whole area of a square. So first we need to find the area of a whole square. Then we have to find the area of constructing a house. That is the area where we want to construct a house. Then from the whole area you have to subtract the area of this house. So whatever the area left, that is the area of a garden. So whatever the area of a garden you got, just you have to multiply it with 55 rupees. So we will get the cost of developing the garden. Now first let us find the area of the whole square plot. That is the area of a square plot, that is 25 side of a square plot is 25 meter, that is area of a square plot side square, that is 25 into 25 is 625 meter square. Then we have to find the area of a square plot where she want to construct a house. So in a square plot rectangular, it is in a rectangular shape area because its length is given. See here, see it is 20 and breadth is 15. The length is 20 and breadth is 15. The inside the square plot, the area in which she used to construct a house, it is in rectangular shape. The area of a house, that is length into breadth, that is 20 into 15 gives 300 meter square. Now dear student, whole area of a square plot is 625. From 625 you have to subtract this 300 meter square. So that means 625 minus 300 gives 325. That is area of this garden. See here how to do. See here, 325. That is the area of a garden. That is area of a whole square minus area of a house. So now the cost of developing the garden in such area is cost of 1 meter square is 55 rupees. So what will be the cost of 325 meter square? So you have to multiply 55 with 325, so you will get 17,875 rupees. So that means the total cost of developing the garden is 17,875. Let us see sum number 3. The shape of the garden is rectangular in the middle, and the semicircular at the end. Two semicircle at the end as shown in the diagram. Find the area of the perimeter of this garden. Find the area and the perimeter. We have to find the area and perimeter of this rectangular shape garden. The length of the rectangular, the whole length is 20 meter is given, minus 3.5 and 3.5 means see, if the breadth is 7, so how to find out the length? So it is a circular garden, it is a circular and semicircular. So what we need to do is, if we consider the whole circle, diameter of the whole circle if 7, so what will be the half of it? 3.5. So from the whole 20 meter, so you have to subtract 3.5 meter from your right and 3.5 meter from your left. So you will get the length of the rectangle. Here hint is also given. The length of the rectangle will be 20 minus 3.5 plus 3.5. From both the side, from both the end, you have to subtract 3.5. Because if you think of a circular, the diameter from both the end will be the same. So diameter length is 7.7 meter. So radius will be 3.5. So 3.5 you have to subtract it. Now first here two semicircle circular end, that is see here we will find the area of both the circle, means area of a circle. So what I did here, the area of a whole circle, means here two semicircle are there, so I had considered this both as a one circle. The area of a whole circle, that is the formula is pi r square. So you can do separately also, dear student. So just you have to place half over here. I had considered both semicircle, I had taken both semicircle as one circle. So first I will find the area of this semicircle. So when you connect both the semicircle, it will become whole circle. So pi r square, value of pi is not given, 3.14, so you have to take 22 by 7 into value of a radius is 3.5, or you can take 7 by 2. So r square is there, the 7 by 2 into 7 by 2, when you will do cancellation you will get 38.5 meter square. Now the circumference we need to find. So what will be the circumference of a two semicircle? So circumference is, the formula says that two semicircle means one whole circle. So circumference of one whole circle is 2 pi r. So 2 into pi, value of pi is 22 by 7 and radius is 7 by 2. So when you do cancellation you will get the circumference 22 meter. Circumference means this boundary, this and this, and area means inner portion. Now we found the boundary of both the semicircle. Now we will try to find the area of this rectangle. So area of the rectangle whose length, as just now only I had explained, that is that if the total length is 20, from that you have to subtract 3.5 and 3.5 from both the end. 3.5 and 3.5 is 7. So from 20 if you subtract 7, so you will get 13 meter as a length, and the breadth which is given 7 meter. 7 meter. So area of a rectangle is L into B, that is length is 13 and breadth is 7. So when you will multiply 13 into 7 give 91 meter square. Now area also we got, means the inner portion, whole inner portion also we got. Now the perimeter of a rectangle, the perimeter is 2L plus B. 2 length is 13 and breadth is 7, so 13 plus 7 20 into 2 40 meter. So now perimeter we got. Now dear student, here it is asked to find out the area and the perimeter of this garden, means whole garden we have to find. Now the perimeter, if you'll see the perimeter of the whole garden, that is perimeter of a rectangle plus perimeter of a two circumference. The perimeter of a rectangle we found 40 meter, and the perimeter of a circle, but that is a two semicircle, is 22. So you have to add 22 with 40. So that is a perimeter of a rectangle, see, 22 plus 40. Now dear student, this 14 you have to subtract. How? See here, this is inner line, that is 7 meter, which we had added 7 meter and 7 meter. So 7 plus 7 is 14. So perimeter means outer boundary only, not the inner boundary. So from the whole perimeter you have to subtract this 7 meter and 7 meter, that is 14 meter. So from or you can say that from the perimeter of a rectangle, that is 40 perimeter rectangle, subtract this both this side, that is 14. So you will get open rectangle like this, and add a 22, that is perimeter of both the semicircle, that is 22 we found over here. So by doing such, that is 40 minus 14 is 26 plus 22 is 48. meter. This is the perimeter of a whole garden. Now the area. The area, that is area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle, just now only we found, that is area 91 meter, and the area of two semicircle, that is 38.5. So in this 91 meter square, you have to add this 38.5 meter square. So you will get the area of a whole garden, that is area of a rectangle, that is 91 meter, and the area of both semicircle is 38.5. So you will get 129.5 meter square. Now let us start sum number 4. A flooring tile has the shape of parallelogram. See here the flooring tile, which is in the shape of the parallelogram, whose base is 24 and the corresponding height is 10. How many such tile are required to cover a floor of area 1080 meter square? Now take for example one floor is there whose area is 1080 meter square. Whole area is 1080 meter square. Now how many such number of tiles is required to cover this floor? So if required, you can split the tile in whatever way you want to fill up the corner. Any way you can fill up the corner by splitting the tile. But the main question is how to find the number of tile. So what you will do, it's very simple. So you have to divide this whole area of a floor, that is 1080, by the area of one tile, that is area of parallelogram, because the tiles is in the shape of parallelogram. So to find out the total number of a tile, what we will do, the number of tile whatever is required, that is total area of a floor divided by area of a one tile. So total area of a floor, which is given 1080 meter square, 1080, it is in meter square, and the value of one tile, that is it is in centimeter. It is in centimeter, and the whole area is in meter. So area of one tile, that is area of a parallelogram, is base into altitude. The base into altitude is base is 24 and altitude, that is height is 10. Height is 10, base into altitude. Now dear student, how you got this 100 into 100? That is 1 meter square equals to 10,000 centimeter square. So I had converted this meter into centimeter, the 100 into 100, because the value of one tiles, that is a value, that is the base and altitude of one tiles, is in centimeter. So I had converted this value in centimeter. So after cancellation 0 0 cut, then when we will reduce such for 4 6 4 5 4 25 then 2 3 then 2 5 when you will do cancellation, at the end how much you will get? 45,000. So thus 45,000 tiles are required to cover the given floor. Let us start sum number 5. An ant is moving around a few food pieces of a different shape scattering on the floor. For which food pieces would be the ant have to take a longer round? Remember, the circumference of the circle can be obtained by using the expression, that is circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, where r is the radius of the circle. Now dear student, here the various kind of a shape where the food pieces are spread, it is a scatter on the floor. So whose see this base is given 2.8, the circumference we need to find. Now in that very question, the three kind of figures are given. For each we have to find the value, that is the value of the perimeter, and at the end we have to consider which shape is longer. So that means the ant have to take a longer round. First figure is given over here, whose radius is given, it is one kind of a semicircle. So here the shape is of a semicircular, that the diameter is 2.8 and half of it is 1.4. So find out the radius, that is half of diameter, that is half of 2.8 is 1.4. Now the circumference of a semicircle is 2 pi r into half, or you can write only pi r. The circumference of a semicircle is 2 pi r. So 2 pi r is the circumference of a whole circle multiplied with half. So you will get the circumference of a semicircle. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Value of pi is 22 by 7. Radius is 1.4, that is 14 by 10 you can write, and half, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. 7 2s are 222s are 44 divided by 10, that is 4.4 centimeter. Means here the end, student, here the circumference we got 4.4, that is circumference is this 4.4. now we need to find out the total perimeter of the foot piece, that is circumference plus the diameter. Means circumference of a semicircle plus diameter, that is 4.4 centimeter plus 2.8, that is 10.2 centimeter is the total perimeter of the foot pieces. Now let us see the next figure. Yeah, this kind of figure is there. It is also one kind of a semicircle, and see, one kind of a height is given 1.5, so here also 1.5, and this length is 2.8, here also 2.8. so what we need to do, we are here to find the perimeter. So first we will find the perimeter of this semicircle, that is circumference of a semicircle whose radius is diameter is 2.8, so radius will be 1.4. the circumference of a semicircle, so if you are taking semicircle means half, if you are not taking half, so it will become pi r. So pi is 22 by 7, radius is 1.4 means 14 by 10, and see here 1.4 is converted to fraction, that is 14 by 10, and half, here 2 and 2 will get cancelled. 7 2s are 2, 22s are 44, 44 divided by 10 is 4.4 centimeter. So circumference is 4.4 means end cover 4.4 centimeter throughout this circumference. In that, now you have to find out the total perimeter of the foot piece. Means you have to add 1.5, 1.5 and this length 2.8 to get the whole perimeter. So find out the total perimeter of the foot piece, that is the circumference of a semicircle plus length plus breadth of the circle. Now here the circumference we found 4.4, length is see here 2.8, and the breadth, that is 1.5 plus 1.5. see, this 1.5 plus 1.5 means the end has to travel from here, then here, then here, then here to complete all foot pieces. So it will take 10.2 centimeter to eat all the foot pieces. Now the next figure is like this. Here also one semicircle, these two side and the diameter. So here also radius you have to take 1.4. Now find out the circumference of a semicircle, that is half and half, that is 2 and 2, you can cancel it here only. Pi r is left, so 22 by 7, and the diameter is 2.8, so radius will be 1.4, so 14 by 10. So after cancellation again you will get 4.4 only, that is 44 divided 10 is 4.4 only. So now to get the value of total perimeter of foot pieces, so we have to add this 2 centimeter plus 2 centimeter plus this circumference to get the total area, that is total perimeter of this shape. So total perimeter of the foot pieces, that is circumference plus 2 centimeter plus 2 centimeter. 2 centimeter means we are talking about this two side, and perimeter of circumference is this, that is just now we got 4.4. So when you will add 2 plus 2 to 4.4, that is 2 plus 2 is 4, so you will get 8.4. Now from all the three figure, if we see, so smallest length is 7.2, then comes this last figure, that is 8.4, and the larger perimeter is this 10.2. So we can say that thus the ant would have to take a longer round for foot piece B. This is foot piece B, as it has a larger perimeter.